Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Oh non! Tu vas pas rester là pendant toute la vidéo. There is a pigeon just right there, not on my balcony but on the tree, just in front of my balcony. It's disturbing, you know, to have someone looking at you like that. I know that you're looking at me right now, but you get what I meant by that. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch the Book of Boba Fett Season 1, Episode 6, the last one of this Season 1. That was a short season, when you think about it, that was really a short one. And you know my opinion about this season, you know that for the 3 first episodes I had some issues with this show, not with the characters, which were great, even if I think that Boba Fett on himself, we didn't see enough about him to really connect fully with this character, who is the main character, and in a way I connected more with Fennec, who is not the main character, because of her attitude, because we saw her skills, because we saw her during combat moments, because really she has a style. When Boba Fett, I had the impression that we were following him, you know, but we were not really connecting with him, which is bad because we had flashbacks with him, we had a lot about him. Maybe the moments that I preferred with him were in fact the flashbacks. Is it good or not? I don't know. For the show it's not that important, but for the character, you know, to have viewers being attached to the character, I think that it can be an issue, at least for me. But yes, I had no issues with the characters, how they were written and the stories around the characters. I had no issue also with the story, what they want to tell about that situation, with that fight for powers, with these enemies, these villains. That was not an issue. My real main issue was about how it was filmed, about how it was done. It was really an entertaining show, but without really a mood for it, without really its own personal touch. So yes, for the 3 first episodes, that was my main issue and that was my opinion of the show. And I changed it with the 2 last episodes. That bird... Get out! He's really looking at me like that, like he's moving his head and suddenly he's coming back to me like that, like really he's staring at me. I'm saying E because it's a pigeon, you know, like... It's disturbing. Okay, so I was saying, the 2 last episodes changed my mind about it, or at least it helped me to understand that my main issue with this show was in fact the main issue of the show itself, and maybe they understood it at the end of the season themselves, you know, the writers, the producers, the filmmakers and all, because for the 2 last episodes I saw such a difference with the way that it was filmed, but also the way that it was written, and more important, the stories that they were telling. I think that, you know, why did I appreciate the 2 last episodes? Why did I feel really different? Why finally I felt like I was watching something made by Star Wars, a Star Wars production with really a mood for itself, with really an intention behind the camera, with really all of that. Because we were into the main story, because we were into the big story, because they were finally saying something important. Like the episode 4, it was all of the situation with Fennec, how they met, how they decided to work together and all of that. So finally we were into the real stuff with these 2 characters, but also with the story by determining that these ones, they were our enemies, and how this war, you know, internal war, cold war, named it as you want, is gonna begin. And the last episode, it was an episode about Mando. Was it really an episode of the Book of Boba Fett, the show? I'm not sure. For me, it's really like an episode of The Mandalorian that they put into the Book of Boba Fett. Maybe during this episode, you know, the episode 6, they're gonna finally make things work together, and I'm not gonna have this impression so much anymore. But yes, the 2 last episodes were great because it was really the big story, and I think that in fact maybe this show has to be focused on that, you know, to resolve its issues. Like the 3 first episodes, they were losing themselves in so many different stuff. For me it was like they were losing themselves into so many different moods. I said it a lot of times. Sometimes it was funny, sometimes it was an action thing like Mission Impossible, sometimes it was something, a training moment like into Disney movie. You know, I had the impression that it was different moods, but maybe in fact it was not different moods, it was too many stories, too many things to say, to tell, and when they are focused on one story and when it's the main story and not just little adventures, they are doing things right. So for me the main issue that they had, it's also the solution that they can find for really having a show which is gonna be interesting, well done, well written, and also with its own mood, atmosphere, intention. It's to be focused on the main stories, to be focused on the big ones, to really take that show and involve it into the main story. It's a spin-off. We have to not forget that it's a spin-off. The Book of Boba Fett, it's coming from The Mandalorian, but it's also coming from all of the universe of Star Wars, so maybe they have to implicate it more into the main things, The Mandalorian or this universe of Star Wars, you know, they can take it really into it, one story at a time. Maybe they tried to do in fact what The Mandalorian did really well during the first season and also the second season, in fact, now that I think about it, having a main story for the season, but into each episode to create one story with some characters, and we were saying hello and goodbye to these characters into the same episode. Maybe they tried to do that in a way with the Book of Boba Fett, but it was not well done, it was not functioning. And I think that with a character also like Boba Fett, it's maybe what can work, because it's such a cold character, it's really difficult to connect with him, so maybe to have more about his story with his dad, and because of that to implicate the show and himself more into this universe, it's gonna function better also for the character himself. I don't know what this episode is gonna be about. You know that I'm not watching trailers or promotional pictures and all. That's why I was really surprised when I discovered at the beginning of the last episode that Mando was prisoned, and after that the entire episode would be about him. That was really a full surprise for me. For this episode, I don't know how we finished the last one. I'm not so sure that Mando is gonna follow Fennec just like that. He said that he had to check on Grogu. So I'm not sure how it's gonna happen, you know, if during this episode we're gonna continue all of the story with Boba Fett and Fennec, with their enemies, dealing with that. Mando, is he gonna be there or not? Do you have to find another muscle guy because of the fact that Mando is gonna be missing? Like for me the last episode was so much, you know, The Mandalorian, the show, almost totally disconnected from the Book of Boba Fett, that I have the impression that we're not gonna have Mando, in fact, during this episode. I'm just glad to be there to watch this show, to watch the final episode of this season 1. I'm sorry for my intro of the last episode, for how mad I was during it, but I wanted to be honest with you guys, and you know what? It worked. Really, trolls, you disappeared suddenly. That's weird, you know? I mean, trolls and also just mean hardcore fans who are coming again and again on my channel, on my videos. Even if I'm saying it each time, and I'm gonna say it again during this intro, I'm not a hardcore fan of Star Wars, so I don't know everything about everything. I watched all of the movies, I watched The Mandalorian. I didn't watch Clone Wars. That's why at first during The Mandalorian I had some issues with Bo-Katan, you know, I didn't know who she was and all of that, and you explained that to me on the comments, and the show also explained it well to me, so that was great. So yes, I watched everything about Star Wars except for Clone Wars, but I'm not an hardcore fan, like I don't remember everything about everything, and I think that it's great also to have the opinion of the usual fan of Star Wars and not just hardcore fans. And I'm not an hypocrite reactor who is gonna enjoy, appreciate admire, be like that, excited about everything. When I see something which is exciting and really good, like it was the case for the 2 last episodes, I'm saying it. When I see something that I don't appreciate, like it was the case for the 3 first episodes, I'm saying it. I'm not lying with my reactions, I'm not an hypocrite. You know, I could be, just to please these hardcore fans, I could lie to you and make researches about the show and about all of what is gonna happen during the show. I could just read spoilers and all of that just to please the hardcore fans, just to please them. I could say that I love everything about everything. I'm not doing that. That's not who I am, what I want this channel to be, and that's all. So yes, for the last episode, these hardcore fans, they shut their mouths a little. That was great. That was so great. Maybe I'm gonna react to the season 2. You know, because I said it. Their comments really got on my nerves, and I thought about not reacting to the season 2, and I was hesitating also to react to Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know, the show that they are preparing. I'm not gonna react to all of the shows that the franchise is preparing for us, but I was thinking about maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi, this show. I'm really interested by it, so I want to react to it, but after, you know, receiving all of these comments, I was having some doubts about it, and now I'm thinking about it again, like, it could be great still. We'll see. I'm gonna stop my intro right there. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these videos earlier, like 1 day sooner, and with an extended or full reaction part. For the Book of Boba Fett, for now, I only put extended reaction part, but it was longer reaction part if you can be interested. It's the best way to support me right now on YouTube. Like, I don't know what I did wrong with YouTube. Like, did I insult your mother, YouTube? It's like that. Let's go for this final episode of the season. I don't think that we're gonna have Mando. Really, how it ended the last episode, how it was done also the last episode. But we need another muscle guy or muscle woman, if it's the case. We'll see. Let's go!
First, we're gonna pay a visit to a little friend.
We're gonna have that in the Book of Boba Fett? Now? Oh, I didn't prepare any tissue or stuff like that.
We'll leave the specs and keep the credits back to the section. The rest
Oh,
you know where you are, gentlemen? Think it through.
Hello, you!
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, being you're not from around here, and say you figured you're in the middle of nowhere.
How did you come here, you? They didn't hear you coming? See you?
But out here, I'm the one who tells folks what to do. If you gentlemen load up your wares and head back to where you came, we can chalk this one up to you guys reading the map wrong. Think it through. You see, you're the smart one.
The slowest one.
Tell them I've heard of the Syndicate. Take their credits back with you. Anyone gets lost running spice through most Belgo again will be lost forever.
Are they gonna accept?
For trespassing.
It's worth more than your town.
Well, then maybe I'll retire.
Ready? That's a good version of it. Yeah, the music. Sorry. We're really gonna see you being reunited with Grogu during this episode? I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. It was not supposed to happen like that, like in the Book of Boba Fett. Okay, I can deal with it. I can deal with it. Okay, I'm really preparing, like.
I'm looking for Skywalker. I came to see the kid. Grogu?
They are building... Oh, okay, they are building that.
Is this where they are? Don't shut off. Wake up.
Why did he shut up?
Hey, I'm looking for Skywalker. You had a kid with him? How long will I be waiting? Is anyone here? Anyone alive?
He knows how long he has to wait. It looks good. Peaceful. Try to focus. Grogu. I'm so glad to see this kid. Grogu. He's just a kid. You are this class. Let these frogs. You know how to talk to Grogu. How to have his attention.
Alright, let's go for a walk.
This little boy, him having a relationship, a mental relationship
I
with
want to tell you
Luke.
about someone you remember me a great deal.
His
His name was Yoda. But his heart was huge, and the force was strong in him.
So he can walk faster. You're talking about Yoda?
Size matters not. That's how he talked. He would speak in riddles. Have you heard anyone talk like that back home? Would you like to remember?
No! No, no, really no. Well, I mean, why they didn't kill you during that moment? Why?
I will teach you to protect yourself. You. I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you weren't going to help train Grogu.
I'm not. Master Lucas.
I'm here to see the kid.
For now, I'm sorry, I'm watching The Mandalorian, not the Book of Boba Fett, like, since 2 episodes now. And I know that.
There's nothing now. But will someday be a great school.
I'd like to know how he's doing.
He's doing fine.
You want to see?
I want to see him.
Let's take a walk.
Please. He has a gift for Grogu.
I warned you when we met. Your attachment to Grogu would be difficult to let go of.
We don't want...
Foundling if I care.
There is no place in the galaxy more safe than here with Luke.
Then it's my choice to go and see him.
Of course.
Really, Mando, like that.
That is what you wish. Are you doing this for Grogu? Or are you doing this for yourself?
Just, I want to give him this. As a Mandalorian foundling, he should have this. It's his right.
Perhaps he is a Padawan.
He can be boss. Let him choose. I love so much this relationship between these
Then
two.
allow me to deliver it.
He's right there.
And you're not gonna.
Grogu misses you a great deal. If he sees you, it will only make things more difficult for him.
I know you're right, but we want that really, and I want it.
Make sure he's protected.
Even with that thing on you, Mando, you're showing more expressions and feelings than Boba in 3 episodes. I'm sorry, but that's right. Are we gonna see Grogu discovering that gift? Did you know it was him?
It's time to continue your training. Let's see you jump.
Ah!
That's all you got.
Again?
Trying too hard. Don't try. Do.
It's insane. That